everyday life. And if what we're learning and teaching can't help me when I get out there, it's really not doing me much good. If I preach to you and the message don't follow you the rest of the week, and somewhere during that week it doesn't fulfill and help you along somewhere, did it do you any good for more than just the one day? I want God to be in our lives all the time. When do I think of him? 24/7. When am I with him? 24/7. When am I talking to him? All the time. He right there all the time. Why not utilize the elephant in the room? Yeah, he a big bad elephant, and he's in every room. He hears everything, knows everything, and he's right there for you. And we just want to make sure we help you get to that place to where you feel cool, calm, and at ease talking to G-O-D. Not scared of him, not afraid of him, but in love with him. And know that he's listening to every word you ask and say with a willing hand and a capable hand to fulfill. And that's what the word gets us to. That's what everything we're studying gets us to, that relationship with God. Not relationship with me. Relationship with God. I just happen to be at the church you're at. That's all. But your relationship with God. And your love should be for God first. And how you explain it to everyone, it may be different for her. It may be different for her. If you let God, that's why I say, if you ask, you get a feel. Most people will tell you where they've been, where they came from, what road they were down. So then you can reflect in the lifestyle that they were, because you're trying to walk in their shoes. We're both coming into the same, but you got to find out where they came from. There's some things you need not say if they're Catholic, because you're going to run them off. There's some things you need not say if they're Baptist, because you're going to, see what I'm saying? You have to find out where they came from so you can merge them into what they just came into without thinking, making them think that where they were was the worst place they was. Because the last time I checked, God didn't say only Christians is going to be in heaven. Did he say the Baptist wasn't going to be there? Did he say the Muslim wasn't going to be there? Uh-oh. Did he say the Buddhist wasn't going to be there? All who believe in me shall be there. Find out what they believe. Find out where they've been. You may find out there's a lot in them that you might not just need to put a little. It's kind of like if you finna cook something and you got all the ingredients, you find out, well, that's there. If you don't ask, you won't find out what ingredients are in them so you can add to them what they need to grow in God. It's like cooking a cake. So you're finding out what it is they need. The basis of it, we all know that.
And I think a lot of those religions are based on idols. Buddhists, they worship that. You got the Catholic that goes to Mary. And so he said you should have no other God before him. So you have to be careful with how you're emerging the witness.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're witnessing to them, I give scriptures.
Right.
And I would ask them the question. I said, what's the scripture we read?
Oh, that word works.
That's how I open the door, because I don't go in there and say, you know what, you worshiping Mary.
So,
I already know I done lost my witness there.
right, you lose it. She done put a wall up. She ain't hearing nothing you're saying no more.
We having lunch or something. I said, how y'all interpret this scripture? And so that opens the conversation
Mm-hmm.
with it, and I put thought in the mind of them, and it usually come back with another question. And that's how I witness to people in that area, because they might be right on the verge of looking.
Mm-hmm.
And I know a lot of Catholics have switched over to Christianity, and they consider themselves as Christians. And they say they admire, they honor Mary. But you ever heard them
working.
pray, the first thing they say is,
Cool.
Hail Mary, full of grace. So they call on Mary before they call on God. So with that,
Right.
the way that I reached them. So
Mm-hmm.
when you're witnessing, you have to be really careful with how you take the witness, and you can come in too strong
Right.
and run them away from it.
Yep.
So that's where relationship with him comes into because
Exactly.
we have to heed the voice of the Holy Ghost. He'll
Exactly.
tell you, either give you that unction or
Mm-hmm.
be like, don't do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
sometimes we can be so zealous, we like, we just really have fear.
True. True.
We cannot
Yep.
allow our thoughts or even our knowledge to override the Holy Ghost.
That one right there.
Well, how do you reach out to people that just don't believe in him, period? I mean, I have several come to me and ask me, "Yeah, I hear you always singing and you always praising God, but why do you worship somebody you never seen before?" That's the first question that I ask.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second question is, you read this book, but it was made by man.
True.
And it's a lot of people that don't believe him at all.
True. Absolutely don't.
And that's the scary part. What can you say to those type of people that don't believe at all?
Well, for one thing, we walk by faith and not by sight. When you get up in the morning, you got that car in that yard, right? The first thing you expecting by faith, because even people that don't have any belief have faith. You got the faith that when you put that car in ignition, it's gonna start. Now you don't know if that car's gonna start that morning, but you have the faith to believe it. So you have to take them in an understanding which they can understand everyday life.
Yeah.
So
Usually something like that.
and when you go to that level of it, then it opens the door, the window for you to be able to start to put in insertions because you can't move a person in. Because a lot of people in the world has never even been introduced to a church. They never
Right.
were raised around Christian. They don't know what the word Christianity means because everybody calls themselves Christians now. So there's a
Yeah.
little bit different from the world.
Yeah.
And so with that, you have to take it with say, you know what? The word of God tells us that we walk by faith and not by sight. And then take to something like something common, like you have a car, right? You expect it to start when you go out there. You have to take it to something in the natural where they understand. They're gonna come back with another question.
That's usually where it is.
Exactly.
Yep.
But you breathing, you don't
You're
see the
breathing.
I.
Exactly.
I.
So in common things of that nature.
I usually get them in nature.
Uh-huh.
If there's someone who don't want to read this book, don't want to read the Bible, don't want to test it, I close it, I leave it alone. I take them to everyday life, what's right in front of you, and try to get their mind to explain, where'd you go when you slept last night? Who put you to sleep? Who woke you up? Where were you when you sleep? You do it every night. And in your sleep, your own body refreshes itself. Who turned on that button? See, you take them back to something that they can't explain that lets you know there's a lot out there you can't explain. Every single person on this earth realizes that there's something, by whatever name, by whatever they want to call it. They call it nature, right? Who hung the star? Who stuck the sun exactly to the centimeter where it needs to be from this earth? So how they're just hanging here? Who holding it up? There's a million questions you can ask them that make them know that there's something.
Matter of fact, I was talking with Yolanda, and she was talking about, and Brandon,
Mm-hmm.
and we were talking about that. Because when my oldest son went off to college, raised in the church, then he's been all around the church all of his life, so not been exposed to really much. So when he went there, they started making him doubt his belief. And we said then the more that they start trying to prove the doubt of it, the scientific fact, took it right back to God.
Yeah.
Scientists have given their life to Christ trying to prove that he did not exist. So let them keep on searching. They're gonna find
True. So don't try and throw a scripture at them, because that's just something that's not going to work. But don't give up on them, because simply God's doing this because they ask you a question. He's drawing them because they simply ask you a question. I don't ask a question about nothing I ain't interested in, even though I say I ain't. I am. So something is beckoning them. They watching you. They seeing what you do. And what people see you do when you ain't seeing them see you pays more than what you tell them. They watch you walk through. They see that something is different about what you're doing and how, and what you're saying is actually fulfilling in your life. That's the thing that makes them think without you giving or having the right words to say. So for them people that are like that, you're going to always have them. They're not going to call themselves atheists. They're not going to say they are. But you just keep being you, living holy, doing all you know to do for God, walking, and your light will be so bright, they act like they can't see you. They'll always pretend, and they may be your adversary, they be your thorn in the side. Why is there someone who always wants to be the one to try to defeat you that is the one that's most interested in you? So you are drawing that person by your life because they're interested in it. They say they're not, and they say you're foolish. Foolish stuff I don't never even mess with or pay no attention to. I don't even go down the road. If it's foolish, it ain't even in my vocabulary. But I'm inquiring why you're being foolish because I'm interested in why you're being foolish. Even though that's what I'm calling it. So you're drawing them. You don't think you're witnessing to them, but you are. You ain't said nothing, but you're witnessing to it. That's what God said. The light I put in you will shine when you think it ain't shining. You think it only shines when you think your testimony is only when you think you only draw people when you talk to them. And you think, well, I haven't witnessed to anybody, so I must not be shining my light. Light don't need. Light just shines.